one of the things that I noticed, at least in the conversations that I was having, what I noticed was the first wave of the FBA conversation was really about reparation. And so a lot of times what was going on was we need this new label. We need FBA as a label so that we can make sure when the reparations check comes, it only goes to those of us who descend from transatlantic slavery, the plantations of the South, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I said, okay, I got you. But again, why all the negativity that comes after you create the label? That's where I have an issue. Now, what I then began to notice is because the reparations talk only pops up during presidential campaigns. So after the November election day, nobody rocking the FBA wants to have the conversation about reparations anymore. And then delineation becomes it's our identity, it's our ethnicity, it's our label. And I'm like, but hold on. First off, you told me this was about reparations, and now don't nobody want to talk about reparations, and you ain't working on reparations. You ain't got no policies, you ain't pushing no plans, you ain't talking. All you will talk smack about a representative. If they there are representatives that had press conferences, we're going to introduce the legislation. Don't believe them, family. They're not FBA. Don't believe them. Well, if you're not going to believe,
they're saying that in the chat on us right now. They say
right, if you're not going to believe the one that says they're going to introduce it, then who you going to believe? Because the other ones ain't going to talk about it. But that was the first wave of. So then once they want to stop talking about reparations, then they want to talk about this whole, it's our ethnicity or whatever else. And I'm just like, first off, pick a battle, stop switching, stop moving the goalposts. But again, now I'm kind of getting a little lost in my thought.
And how did you differentiate between the second generation? Is there a need even listening to your point?
What I was going to say is, I don't necessarily know why there is a need. I understand the question and the issue, but I'm like, why do you need to delineate and identify the second generation from the rest of us? Again, the first wave of the conversations that I had with people, everything about the FBA movement was about protecting reparations. So I understood it. Okay, if reparations is on the table, yeah, a first generation, second generation, third generation Nigerian American don't need to be getting that check. I understand that. But if reparations is not on the table, then what difference does it make? That would be my that's my question on my position. But then even so, let's say reparations is actually on the table. I want it to be, but anyhow. If reparations is on the table, if you look at the legislation that has already been written, whether you like the legislation or not, the way the legislation has been written, it's baked into the legislation how they define the possible recipients.
Shabazz, break it down with the proper perspective. So much controversy and a lot of deception. You don't know who's coming through with the light and reflection, and whose mouth is mumbling trick knowledge deceptive. Shabazz, break it down with the proper perspective. So